All right, welcome back everyone. My name is Pritesh here with Kaizen Crypto. Today I'm joined with Josh from Proof of Africa to discuss their ABCD Project Catalyst proposal. So Josh, thanks so much for joining us today, man. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited to speak with you.
Likewise, man. It's awesome to be here.
Yes, most definitely. I've been following you guys for quite a while, and it's pretty amazing to see all the great information you're putting out for the community.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, same with you, man. You're pretty much a celebrity in this community, so so I've been following your work as well, and it's been awesome. Watching your content and everything you do for the community. So thank you as well.
Yes, really appreciate that, man. Well, yeah, so Josh, I guess to get things started, just wanted to find out more about you. So where are you calling us from today?
Okay, so I'm calling you from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Port Harcourt is situated in the south of Nigeria, obviously in Africa, West Africa.
Nice, nice. So you've been there your whole life?
Totally. Yes, I have. I've been in Nigeria all my life, and yeah, I mean we've just talked about this a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't feel like I've been in Nigeria all my life because my mind, I have a mind and I travel a lot to my mind. So in a way, yes, I've been here all my life, but really I've been all around the world. When you watch movies and you read books and all that, you literally have traveled all around the world.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's like the world is your oyster, especially nowadays, right, with the internet.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. So what got you started in cryptocurrency? I guess what was your first kind of experience that got you involved?
So it was way back 16, 17, 2017. There was a crypto buzz in Africa, especially in Nigeria, and but it was like used for Ponzi schemes, and so like everybody's talking about Bitcoin, but for the wrong reason, right? Because they're using it for Ponzi scheme and all that. But I just got curious about it. I wanted to know what Bitcoin was, and in 2017 I started doing like research and like studying white papers and stuff, getting to understand. And then the 2017 buzz happened, and then I had to be interested in Bitcoin because I mean it just went up to 20,000 and everybody's talking about it. And that's how I but my first investment actually was at Electronium. At the time they were doing their ICO, and I made some. I mean, it wasn't much, but then like seeing that I could make money in this thing, I had to be interested in it. And you may not know this, but for so many young people in Africa, crypto is actually their first introduction to investment or investing in anything. So a lot of young people invested in cryptocurrency around 2017, especially in Africa. And then for Cardano, actually, it was in 2018 when I was reading. I just went on a white paper spree. I was reading on so many white papers because I wanted to
Yes.
understand why are there so many other coins? What are they doing differently? Why are people building more coins? Like cryptocurrencies. And then I stumbled upon Cardano, and Cardano related to actually resonated with me because I noticed that IHK was actually focused in Africa, and the solution they're building, they had Africa in mind. So I was like, okay, cool, this is where I belong. So I started out by teaching people about cryptocurrencies, and specifically Cardano, because it actually focuses on Africa. So I was teaching, holding meetups. Um, at the time, I wouldn't say I understood like 100%, right? I was just enthusiastic about it, and I just wanted to teach people and talk. My conversation was mostly about cryptocurrencies and blockchain and Cardano. So I'll just have meetups with friends and invite them, to venues.
Sure.
Sometimes I
So
would like hire venues and invite them.
when you started with those meetups, I guess, would you say that the size of those groups has increased over time? Like, how many people would turn up to those meetups?
Well, we started like 5, 10, and then it grew to like 20, and then the highest I had was like around 40, 45. thereabout. And yeah, so our meetup group right now is around like over 200, right? So we had
Wow.
like, yeah, I've reached out to over 200 people around Port Harcourt, and some of them reach out to me, call me, and we had people come from like different states in Nigeria just to come to our meetup. That's how interested they were at the time I started.
That's very cool. You've come a long way, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And then, I got the ambassador role in 2018. I think Foundation actually reached out to me after, like, I put my stuff out there, and I became an ambassador. But first, I was working, doing all this. I was just excited. I didn't even know there was anything like, as an ambassador. I was just working, teaching people about cryptocurrency, because when I get excited about new stuff, I just want to teach people about it.
Sure. Sure. And
Right.
you guys have done a lot of that with Proof of Africa. I know with all the guides that you've put out, I
Right.
know you and Max have kind of teamed up and work on that kind of stuff. So you guys do a lot of cool stuff. That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you. Proof of Africa actually started last year because like holding meetups wasn't really like sustainable. Wanted to like, how do we keep this going, without perishing? Pretty much like how do we keep this going without suffering like financially and all that? Because prior to that time, I was holding these meetups, from my own pocket, like because of the sheer passion I had for it. I would just, pay for venues, buy snacks and everything, invite people over. But then, you know, the passion didn't match up with my income. So
Sure.
I wanted to like, okay, we need to find a way to make this sustainable and, keep this going. And then, I spoke to Max, but it wasn't initially like a stake pool. We didn't think of starting a stake pool immediately. It was just we're just bouncing off these ideas off of each other. Like, okay, what do we do? How do we create something like a fund that will sponsor these events? And then we just stumbled upon like we just actually stormed these ideas, and then we thought about a stake pool, and I and Max, we came up with Proof of Africa. So we basically co-founded Proof of Africa as a solution to actually keep us sustainable in holding these meetups for Africa. But then it goes beyond meetups. We wanted to do even more like hackathons and host bigger events to actually teach people about blockchain technology, the use cases of blockchain technology, and more importantly, to teach them and have them adopt Cardano, since it actually addresses our problem directly.
Yes, and that actually ties in pretty well into our next question. So you have actually lived in it, right? So you've been there your whole life, and you've kind of seen exactly what are some of these problems that blockchain technology can help solve. What would you say are some of those key problems as far as blockchain and Cardano and being able to use the technology in Africa? I mean, what would you say, maybe if you just had to name a few, what would be those like key problems?
If you think about it, actually, I feel very strongly that Africa is like very ripe. I'll use the word ripe, or overdue for a change. And every sector can be at this point can literally be like disrupted with blockchain technology. Right. Let's start with healthcare. Right now in Nigeria, like in some places in Africa, they actually sell fake drugs. Blockchain fixes is it's a big problem. It's painful to actually know that that people buy fake drugs, and that literally can kill someone, right? And then but we can actually mitigate, we can actually stop that by introducing blockchain technology into that situation. Now I'm not going to go into details and how like technically we can do that, but we know that through like supply chain and all that, we can actually solve that problem. And but also for things like identity, we have an identity problem in Africa. So with blockchain technology, we can literally change that, right? And then we can go into things like the agricultural sector. Also, the one that's personal, that I think very personally, is things like land registry in Africa, right? We don't have like a good database of land records, right? Blockchain solves that, and that's part of the reason. That's part of the things that actually resonate with me and Cardano, because I know that we can actually solve that with Cardano, right? So the problems are many, but we can manage the problems with blockchain technology.
I see. Wow. So yeah, those are some pretty key issues there. So I feel like you're totally right. You know, it's completely ripe for disruption, and all those use
Exactly.
cases that you mentioned, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. I mean, once you start building businesses around these models, I think that's really
Right.
gonna help to evolve the economies within Africa. So yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see the businesses that are built around this technology. So,
Exactly.
Josh, I wanted to get into a little bit about your Project Catalyst proposal. So, I guess if you could maybe just give us a bit of background, maybe like an overview of what you guys are trying to do with ABCD.
Okay. So ABCD is kind of like think of it as a spin-off of POA because um, I've been teaching about blockchain technology, but I understand that we can't really even adopt blockchain technology if we don't think deeply on how we can build solutions for Africans, right? So building solution is actually kind of like the key way of actually reaching adoption in Africa. So if you can just tell people, okay, blockchain technology exists, but we have to start actually building key solutions that are going to introduce these people into blockchain technology. They don't really have to know what blockchain technology is, but build solution based on the blockchain, and then we can actually have them adopt the technology. It's like, I have my friend Sydney would always say, uh, you don't have to know like what makes the car work. Just put your key in it and it's gonna drive you, right? So exactly, they don't. I don't think it's actually a scalable way to just only teaching people build something they can actually relate with that helps them go from point A to point B seamlessly, and it's better than the normal um, system or way of doing things that they are doing. Right? Like I said, everything is ripe for disruption. So if so, it's time to start building solution with the available technology we have, and that's kind of like how we came about. I've been thinking about these things, and that's why I thought, okay, fine, we don't want to stop at just teaching people about blockchain technology. We need to start building. And for us to start building, we need to have developers learn this technology, learn these languages, so they can local developers learn these languages. They see the problem, they are in the problem with us. They can start building these solutions that will actually lift the lives of people from point A to point B. So that's in a nutshell. That's kind of how that's what ABCD is. So African Blockchain Center for Developers is the place where space that houses young, talented developers and giving them access to um, these tools to actually start building materials and resources, to actually start building solutions for Africa. you know so that's what it is.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's interesting. So what as far as developers, right? So you guys are trying to build tools and resources for these developers. So I
Yeah.
guess what's your onboarding plan as far as attracting and training these developers? I mean, do you guys already have a focus group, or is it really like you're going to go out and you're going to try and attract these people who have already got the skill set? Or are you going to be teaching people as they come in? I mean, like how does that look for you guys?
So we already have like interviewed a couple of developers because we want to start out by having like very skilled developers in the beginning. um, in Catalyst, we have this goal, and for us to achieve that, we need to have people that already know what they're doing and bring them in so we can achieve the goals that the fund actually achieve the goal of the challenge. So for that, we said, okay, we're gonna interview and onboard like the best 10 to 15 developers that are good in their field, and then have those people learn Haskell and Malo and Plutus, and then during we can start from there to get them ready for when Google launches on mainnet, so they can start building solutions. So for right now, we have a mix of ladies and some guys as well. We don't want it to be just a male thing, because we have young talented females as well. So we have them on, so they're very skilled and they are already getting ready. So we also function as an incubator, ABCD. During my meetups over the years, I had some businesses that want to transition to blockchain technology. they want to get on Cardano, and they couldn't because it was, like we hadn't reached the point where, we are in phases. So at the time we're in Byron, you really can't do anything on Cardano at the time. So we moved to Shelly, and now as we are transitioning to Gogo, and the time is set for them. And we've had these businesses coming, like a company which I'm very, closely related to, with uh, Lamba Bros, building Lamba token. So what they're trying to do is tokenize real estate in Nigeria. So these are the companies. That's one of them. Another one is an agri-tech company. They are trying to onboard that on the blockchain and find a way to incentivize, build incentives around agriculture in Nigeria, right? And then we also have things like Red Token that's trying to incentivize people to donate blood, right? So these ideas are pretty big ideas and very ambitious, but we want to incubate them and build for them so we can have these developers actually work on real life solutions for right now. So that's the whole game plan here.
Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. So you guys are actually taking ideas on things that you can see that can implement blockchain technology. You're actually using those use cases and then saying,
Right.
hey, if you're a developer, this is what we'd like to do. Let's try and build a
Exactly.
solution for that. So
Right.
wow, that is really cool.
Thank you.
So as far as the funding, I mean, so you guys are asking for some funding with this Project Catalyst proposal. I guess could you
Right.
explain just a little bit, what does that amount look like, and I guess how would those resources be allocated?
Okay, we're asking for a little bit above 300K ADA. I think that's three. Last time I checked was 350. Is it 335? Yeah, around that amount. Sorry, I didn't memorize it. But then, yeah. But I mean, it's supposed to address the whole space. First of all, that we're going to use access to good internet power, because power is an issue. Any moment from now, I could actually get cut up. But that's how it is. You don't want that to happen in a space where these people are working. And then also, we're going to pay these developers to actually incentivize them to learn and actually build. Um, not just that, we have workers that are going to work in the hub as well. They're going to keep. They're not developers, but they're people that are going to be there to make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to, and all that is built into like the funds we're actually requesting for. And more importantly, we're going to have some devices there that these developers are going to take advantage of. So it's all in the proposal, so you can go there and check it out. I am not a developer personally, but I am the guy that wants to make sure this happens. Let me just put it that way.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I think just having somebody to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, as far as what you're talking about regarding the infrastructure, I mean, you guys are definitely making it work with what you have. So I think just these resources to be able to provide some of these devs, the right tools, whether it's the internet infrastructure, whether it's computers. So I feel like with those tools, I mean, you guys will be able to do some really amazing things.
Right.
As far as some goals that you guys have, I mean, I know we're talking about some of these potential use cases, and we just went over some ideas that developers might be able to implement. What would be, I would say, maybe just off the top of your head, just a few goals that you would have maybe within the next year or a couple years? Like, are you guys intending on continuing this funding through Project Catalyst, or are you trying to get to a point where it's self-sustaining? What's your plan moving forward after this first round of funding?
We're probably going to request for more funding for the next 2 to 3 funds, just to achieve a level of sustainability. But we don't plan to continue that because we want to achieve sustainability so we can start functioning as a whole, complete business, right? So it's a business, and we're gonna we're gonna have our devs work. For people all around the world, because Haskell is not limited to Nigeria, and people are going to need developers. So we're training developers for the world, right? High skill developers for the world. And we don't plan to continue asking for funds over and over again. We just want to ask for some few funds so it allows us to reach a level of sustainability.
Very nice. Very nice. That's pretty cool. You know, it's like the plane taking off the launch pad, right? You got to get
Right,
that, the most amount of energy is taken up when you're getting the plane off the ground. But once that plane is in the
right.
air, so yeah, you guys will be sustainable, and you know, it's very interesting to see what you guys are going to be able to come up with, because I know with Africa, I mean, you know, blockchain technology. Charles Hoskinson talking about banking the unbanked. You know, a lot
Right,
of potential there with Cardano.
right.
So I think what you guys are trying to do is a step in the right direction. I really do wish you the best with your proposal.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
we actually talked. We're in collaboration with IHK Ethiopia, Africa, actually. So we already reached out to John O'Connor to get more aligned with the IHK vision for Africa, and also get access to some materials that's going to aid our vision. So it's important for people to know that we're not just working on that by ourselves. We're actually reaching out to these entities to get the best. Should I say, KPIs and also resources to keep us in check and also in line with the vision of IHK for Africa.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, as far as resources go, so you guys have already done so much incredible stuff with Proof of Africa. I think with this ABCD initiative, let's say if there is a developer maybe in another part of the world that sees what you guys have already done, maybe wants to implement something similar, those tools and resources are going to be there. Are you guys
Open source.
intending? Are you guys intending to do that with your partnership with IOG, or is that something like as a separate thing with you guys as ABCD?
Well, currently, I think we're looking at a separate thing right now as ABCD, but all our stuff is open source. Everything we do is out there, open for the community to use as well and implement.
Very cool. Very cool. Lots of value coming from Africa.
Right.
Nice, nice. Well, yeah, man. I would say I really do appreciate all the insight regarding your proposal. Would there be any other closing remarks before we sign off for today?
I mean, the most you can do right now is read the proposal, give us a clap, and please vote for our proposal so we can make this happen. This is literally the only proposal coming from, one of the proposals coming from Africa that addresses the challenge that the Catalyst is presenting, and also stake with Africa because that keeps us afloat, that keeps us working and putting out quality content. We have POA, we have Zoe Pool, um, we have African stake pools. I forgot the last one, but then stake with Africa and then help us achieve this dream for Africa. Because in a sense, blockchain technology is for Africa, it's for third world countries. So to allow them actually know about this and take advantage of this, what we're doing is really, really important. You have no idea how many people have actually found out about blockchain technology and Cardano because of what we are doing. So if you stick with us, it allows us to do more and allow the dream of decentralization and also uplifting third world countries to become a reality.
Yes, absolutely. One small step at a time. I will be sure to
Right.
leave all those links down in the description for you guys. If you do want to check out the ABCD Project Catalyst proposal, link will be down below. Also, the pool IDs for all of the African stake pools also down in the description. Be sure to support these guys. So Josh, thanks so much for taking the time today, man. I really enjoyed getting a chance to chat, and wish you the best with your Project Catalyst proposal.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much, man. Take care.
All right.